the Walt Disney Theater, the jewel of every Disney Cruise Line vessel. Now, this is where we hold our amazing Broadway-style shows. And today I am so excited to discover alongside you more of our incredible Disney Destiny offerings. And starting with our Walt Disney Theater, exclusive to the Disney Destiny, Disney Hercules! Now, if you've sailed with us before, has anyone sailed with us before? Give me a whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Okay, so we know that in the Walt Disney Theater, we normally don't allow photos or video during the show. However, you all are so special, and today is an amazing day that we are letting you film this exclusive event because it's such an amazing day! Woo! Now, everyone, here to talk about this show-stopping Broadway-style show. Please welcome the creative team! Today we have Executive Creative Director Michael Cerna, the directing team, Kevin and Marcel Wilson, and Character Programs and Development Creative Director, Jeff Conover.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, everybody. Sit down, gentlemen, relax. Thanks for joining us today. We're so excited to give you some behind the scenes and talk a little bit about Disney Hercules. This has been a couple of years' journey for us, and we're so excited to finally be in the final stages of bringing the show to life. So I'm the creative director of the project, which means I oversee the creative team from beginning to end. I previously worked on Disney's Tale of Moana last year, so thank you, we loved it too. So it's very exciting to return to the Disney Destiny and bring this amazing show together. And our creative team, we have the amazing Kevin Wilson and Marcel Wilson, who are our co-directors and choreographers, on the show. And then Jeff Conover is our creative director overseeing our puppets in the show, which we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And he also worked on Moana together with me. Before we get started, I want to talk a little bit, because Kevin and Marcel, Jeff and I have worked for Disney for several years now, but you've worked with us only a couple of times. This is your first time working with Disney Cruise Line. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, your background, and how did we convince you to do Hercules?
So, I'm Kevin, and it's funny because being here at Disney, this is our first time actually directing a show for Disney and Disney Cruise Lines, which has been amazing. But a quick little nugget, Marcel and I both were actually performers at Disney. Yes, years ago, we won't tell you how long ago.
I was in Galaxy Search and I was a conehead, and it was one of my favorite jobs.
And so, but I also was able to work on Lion King, which was great. But it's really great. It's full circle for us. So to be able to come back to a show that we love so much, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, so we both went to a creative and performing arts program, a little bit about us. So we've always been into dance, singing, graduated from Oklahoma City University, majored in dance performance there. Then Kevin and I moved to LA and we ended up working with several artists from, Janet Jackson, Christina Aguilera, and we did those tours as dancers. So we're just really, really excited to be here.
And film and television also has really given us kind of our vision and given us an ability to create, not only for live stage, but coming from that world, we really wanted to bring that to Disney also.
Well, I have to admit, when I was asked to be a part of this project, I did say, first of all, I loved Hercules, so I said, well, yeah, I totally want to do Hercules. But really what did seal the deal was Kevin and Marcel being attached to this. I heard about your work, I knew a lot of people that worked with them, had such high respect, and I thought, well, these are the guys who are going to be able to bring this show into the 21st century in a way that we've never seen before. So we're going to talk a lot about some cool stuff, but we have been working diligently the past few months, and we put together a little behind-the-scenes video to kind of kick off what we've been working on. You can see a little bit of them in action and what we've been doing. The video.
All right, we just finished our world tour of the Hercules auditions, and we ended here in New York City, and it was so fantastic, such a great turnout. The talent was amazing.
So many talented people came out. Everyone was really, really excited to get Hercules on its feet, and we just can't wait. We had a puppet workshop also at Curry Studios, which was amazing. We found a lot of discoveries with our Titan puppets and our Hydra, and we're really excited to get this show on the road.
We have an amazing team. This is going to be ridiculously amazing show with an amazing cast.
The work that we're putting into the show is so worth it. To finally see it coming on its feet with the talent in the room, can't wait for you to see it. Get ready.
I was very tired and cold in there. I think we were in New York City after a long audition day. Anyway, let's get into the show and let's talk a little bit about bringing this beloved Disney classic onto the stage. I mean, Kevin and Marcel, both of you guys, what do you think makes this production special? Kevin, let's start with you.
Well, for me, I mean, I always have loved the show. Growing up watching the film, it was so inspiring to me. So as we started working on the show, we talked about, well, how can we make this different? There's been so many adaptations of it. There's been so many, everyone knows the music from it. So we really wanted to think about set design. We really wanted to be contemporary. We thought about the costuming. We wanted to be extravagant. And then we wanted to do current choreography. So we really wanted to make sure that those elements in the show, they felt fresh, new, but it still had the heart and soul of the show that everyone knows and the story everyone knows.
And another special thing that we wanted to do is bring a realism to the show. So at the beginning of when our show opens, we are in a museum. And we have Grecian artifacts and gods and goddesses on statues. And we wanted to feel like a Hercules exhibit that people from all around the world come to visit and view, year round.
So really trying to make it relevant, trying to make it feel like it's a fresh new version, but still has all the nostalgia feel.
Absolutely, all the same music, all the same characters, although with music we were able to make it a little more pop and a little more contemporary, but it's all the songs that everyone knows and everyone loves.
Well, and there's a lot of gospel influence in the show, right? Because, I mean, it is it's kind of like the American songbook, the whole show. You got soul, R&B, pop, everything.
And Kevin and I were perfect for this because we grew up in the church, so we love gospel music. And then with some of the jobs that we've done, we also love pop tours and music, so it was a perfect fit for us.
I agree. So you mentioned set design. So Marcel, what is different about the set? What can the audience expect to see?
So we got some inspiration from Jesus Christ Superstar, starring John Legend, with all the scaffolding. So we have two big units that come on from stage right and stage left, and we have Astera lighting tubes that will light the set and give it more of a visual, powerful visual. We also have staircases that come in from stage right and left. They can move, make transitions on the stage, change to different scenes within the set, and that's more of our modern aesthetic. We bring also a Grecian aesthetic, also with pillars, with a gazebo. So we like the juxtaposition between having a modern aesthetic and the Grecian feel.
And I think what's really interesting about it is, as the set was designed, we wanted to make sure that it had the ability to move and we can create the space and let the audience know exactly where we're at in space and where we're at in time. So it's the stage is constantly moving in this elaborate choreography of the stair units and the bridges.
We have a lot of places to visit, right? We have to go to Mount Olympus, we have to come back to Earth, we have a lot of locations. Milagros Ponce de Leon is our designer. She designed the set for the Tale of Moana. So if you saw that, you have an idea of the aesthetic that she brings to it. What about her work excited you about this? And what did you like about her?
It was so collaborative. That's one thing I can say. Our whole team is so collaborative, and she really came with a vision, but she also took kind of our notes and took the idea and ran with it. We never claim to be set designers. It's always as good as your team. Your team is always the one that supports you. So I know that for myself. I really enjoyed her collaboration and the changes that we could make. And she was really smart in the choices that she was making with the design, because also with minimalistic design, you don't want it to also take away from the story and feel cold, and she did a perfect job of making it feel warm.
It really takes a village to make this happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we're talking the Broadway caliber level of set, scenery, but you obviously have to have people to make this work. We just finished a worldwide casting tour. Took many months to sort of seek out the talent we need for the show. How are you feeling about it, Kevin?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. We went to London, we went to Atlanta, we went to Los Angeles, and then we ended in New York. And just the energy in the room, this show, people have really held on to the nostalgia of the show. And so all the young talent that comes into the room, their energy is so excited, because a lot of them may not have been able to audition for some of the roles that they ever thought they'd be able to audition for. So I really am excited about the cast. I mean, I mean, we could do cast 2, 3, 4. I mean, we found so much good talent.
And guess what? We found our Hercules.
Most importantly, the name is up there. Now that we finished that, we've got some amazing costumes in the show. So Marcel, give us some background on sort of the approach, the design, the thinking behind the costume development.
So for the costume development, we really wanted to go more couture fashion, especially for our gods and goddesses. So they have beautiful, enormous headpieces that are ornate and dramatic draping. Even our Grecian townspeople, it doesn't look like it's not couture fashion, but it still gives a runway vibe. So we still kept the Grecian aesthetic. Also, we had light as an inspiration and a through line through the show, because there's light in all of us. So some of the costumes will light up, So we're really excited about that.
I mean, you brought your own amazing fits today, so I think you have an idea of what's fashionable. Speaking of fashionable, Jeff. So Jeff and I have worked on a lot of projects, and Jeff is an amazing creative mind, as well as a true understanding of how puppetry can really change and elevate an experience. And we've worked on a bunch of projects together. One thing I love about your work is you always find these opportunities to make puppetry a big part of the storytelling and a big part of the visual elements. What's unique in Disney Hercules?
Well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. It's awfully kind of you. Yes, we love puppetry, Walt Disney Parks and Resorts and experiences, and it gives us an opportunity to bring characters to life in a new and a different way. We love to use scale. Those of you that did see Moana, you saw we had a 2.5, 3-foot toddler Moana puppet, all the way up to a 13-foot tall Taka. So we love scale. We love to play with scale. There's something compelling about puppetry, and playing with the scale. Just being able to present that in a theatrical environment just brings the emotion to another level. It's just compelling and it's magical. And I think our goal after Moana was to one-up ourselves and do something just as big for this gorgeous production of Hercules. So I think we're gonna reveal a little something now for the
The concept art?
I think we do.
I think we
Everyone's
do.
gonna see
For the first time.
Very first time.
Here is Hercules battling the Hydra. You've got Hades and Pain and Panic visible as well. This is quite a stunning piece of work here,
Yeah.
and this is going to be on the stage. Tell us a little bit what we're seeing here, Jeff, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so this is, for me, one of the scenes in this film, and I love that we're actually trying to do this on stage. It's the insurmountable task of how is Hercules going to fight and battle these Hydra and actually win. I mean, it just seems like a never-ending task. You kill one and then the next one comes up, and how do we do that? And trying to do that live on stage is almost kind of feels insurmountable as well. But you may have seen some clips from our puppet workshop. We have a great roadmap. We're doing some really interesting stuff, not just with the Hydra, but also with some of the Titans from the film, and we're utilizing some technology here at the Walt Disney Theater that has never been used before to bring these Titans to life, live on stage, and not anywhere else in any of our parks either in a theatrical setting. So there's more to come on that. We are really excited about those other Titans, and we can't wait to share those with you. But yeah, I mean, this is, there's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of choreography, great battle scene. I mean, you can just, the concept artwork here, and for me, captures exactly what we're hoping to achieve here, and I think we're gonna be able to do it.
I mean, it's definitely larger than life, and then, as you know, heroes and villains is the theme of the Disney Destiny, and I really think you're kind of capturing that entire thing here in one image. So we're very excited about where we're going with these puppets and all the different things we'll see, and like Jeff said, more to come on that. We're very excited to continue on this process and build bigger and stronger things for us and more exciting things to see on stage. Of course, for me, pops up, it scared me. For me, one of the things I loved about the Hercules film was the story's great, but it's the music, right? The music is ridiculous. I mean, if you've been working on it, every single song is amazing. It has such amazing power to it. I mean, this is really like, to tell this Broadway style show, how are we approaching the music and what's been your inspiration?
So, like Michael was saying, we feel that the music is one of the stars of the show. So we really wanted to, once again, us growing up in the church, us doing pop tours, we wanted to bring that to the show and make it, just update it just a little bit. So there's some great moments that we have with the muses. They end up doing transitions with a lot of our scene changes. So you will hear like little interludes, musical interludes that will go into the next scene. So we're really excited to explore that.
And fresh off the press, a new song is going to the show. It's called Shooting Star. And it was originally supposed to be in the film and it never was in the film. So we're really excited to get it, that first version of it on a live stage show. So it's called Shooting Star.
Very exciting. So as you've been working on this for several years now, what felt important about this story for you? And then how did that translate artistically to the retelling of what we're doing here? Do you want to go first, Kevin? No, you jumped in. No.
Okay.
Go that line.
For me, honestly, once again, this has been one of my favorite films. Growing up, identifying with the muses, identifying with the music, identifying with Hercules, the idea of triumph, of finding yourself and finding love, all those things for me, it really resonated with me with the film. So when we got the opportunity to work on the film, we wanted to keep that spirit of it, but also just make sure that the music felt fresh. Like I said, the choreography was current, and Alan Menken did such an incredible job with the music, so we didn't have much to do, but we're really excited about it.
And for me, it's the bringing the modern aesthetic and the Grecian aesthetic and bringing those two worlds together. I think that audiences will really relate to what we have on stage with set design, with the lighting and costuming and everything. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I think for me, I remember watching this film in the theater, and I was an adult when this came out. I wasn't a kid, so I'm that old. But we were working on a parade at the time, and a Hercules parade. And I just remember just being filled with tension and anxiety the entire time. I'm like, and it all goes back to, the Hydra and the Titans for me. I'm like, how's he going to become the hero he's trying to be? I just don't see an end to this. I don't see a way out. How's it gonna happen? So for me, I wanna capture that tension here on stage with these Titans and the Hydra in particular, and hopefully impart those same feelings to guests, because it's not a Disney project unless there's tension, right?
Absolutely. And I would say, to answer the question myself, I think what's so universal about the story is that you've got this. He's going to be a god. We know that in the story, but he is a normal person at the beginning. He's finding his way, and he's finding a version, and he's really struggling to get his way and find his success path. And I think it's something we all can connect to, right? This idea of the journey is part of the adventure in a way for him, and I do think it resonates beyond just this simple story. My cue cards. I know for me, as I'm lucky to get to see this process from the beginning through the end, and for me, as I've watched the journey of this, I know for a fact my favorite part of the show is going to be the ending, because it is when you're done with the finale is completely fresh, new, it's exciting, it makes you want to stand up and cheer and dance and say hallelujah all at the same time, which I love. So what are your favorite parts? Without giving away too many cool things, let's save something for later on, but what is your favorite part right now, at least? Jeff?
Well, I don't really have a favorite part yet, because I'm holding back to see, because as you guys probably know, when we are putting a project together, there are so many changes and so much happens between a puppet workshop, a staging workshop, rehearsals in Toronto. We get on the ship and start doing stuff in the theater, and it's sort of this evolving, fluid process, as they say. And but I am excited to see what we do with Hades, because he's one of my favorite villains. His dry sense of humor and delivery for me is pure comedy gold. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we do with Hades.
And for me, I can't necessarily say, but all I am gonna say is get ready for Meg's Garden. Get ready, it's gonna be a spectacle.
For me, honestly, it's one of the most dramatic pieces in the show. It's the Titan battle. That's all I can say about that.
A lot of teas and not a lot of answers. But I will say that, yes.
Titan battle.
The Titan
What are we
battle.
doing?
I will say that absolutely, I think what the show is coming to life in is there's a ton of heart, a lot of emotion. There's a journey here, but there's also spectacle, which what we expect from a Broadway-style show is to have a little bit of everything for us. That's all we have from the cards. So thank you, Kevin, Marcel, and Jeff. Let's round of applause for these gentlemen. Thank you.